In any FPS game, people are always trying to get the lowest recoil guns humanly possible. If you were playing Warzone back in the day, having the meta guns was essentially anything that just lasered someone to death. And the same applies essentially in any video game. In Escape from Tarkov, it was the same, and it's pretty similar in ABI too. But there does become a point where you put too much into recoil control and the gun just gets out of hand, especially in games like ABI and Tarkov, where the lower you get it, usually the more expensive it is. But I don't care about that today. I just want to get the lowest recoil gun possible just so I can laser beam people from 50, 60 meters away without even having to worry about controlling the recoil. So I took a few guns and I wanted to test them out, and the lowest possible recoil gun I could possibly find was the Mini 14. Now, unfortunately, the Mini 14 is a little bit of a liar because once you take it into the actual test range and you fire it, it does considerably have quite a lot of kick. What makes no sense when it literally is 100 horizontal and 100 vertical.
That was a lie.
You would expect when you're firing the gun for the reticle to literally not even move. So even though this is the gun I could get the highest when it comes to vertical and horizontal, it's not useful. So I started looking around for a few other guns, and there were two contenders that I looked at. First one was the MCX, a very solid gun and still very meta worthy when it comes to close quarters combat. You could get it to around about 198, what is pretty goddamn close to that 100, and it does rip. But my god, is the price crazy. You're looking like 600k for the gun, and it only shoots level 4 ammo, so taking it into things like Forbidden, going up against some of those big giga chads, you are going to run into some problems. And that takes us on to gun number 3, and the gun that I want to talk about today, and that is the MCX, a long forgotten gun ever since getting added in the Northridge season, what I think was actually season 2 if I remember correctly. It got shot down pretty quickly, one because of the price, and then two also because of the effective range, because for the assault rifle it has got the shortest effective range at any of those guns. Kind of makes sense because it is supposed to be a CQC rifle, but still. But because the gun has dropped out of popularity, the price of it has actually come down quite significantly. If I try to mod this for best possible scenario, essentially getting nearly 100 again and all of the horizontal and vertical stats, I can get the price to about 300k. Now, if I was going to build this properly, I can get it down even lower to about 260,000. What ain't bad for a gun that's essentially a laser beam. And then you have the other advantage of this gun over the MCX, where you can actually put tier 5 ammo in it. So it does hold up, especially in close quarters matches against some of those tier 6 players.